My mother-in-law tried to sleep with me and my wife still defended her. My name is Tony and I'm married to the love of my life, Uju. From the moment I met her, I knew she was the one. She felt like home. She wasn't just my peace. She was my answered prayer, my heartbeat. When Uju and I got married, we have nothing but our love and the things people dashed us during our wedding. She had just finished NYSC. I was still hustling my way in the spare parts business. We agreed to wait before having children, not because we didn't want them, but because we needed to build something first. Stability, a future, a name. I wanted to be that kind of man who tells my wife to stay at home so I can take care of everything. But Lagos will humble you. Uju got a job to support us even though I didn't ask. Bit by bit, my business began to grow. We moved into a nicer apartment, bought a nice car. We were happy. 5 years later, we finally received the blessing we had been waiting for. Uju was pregnant with a beautiful baby girl. I remember how I screamed when she told me, as if I had won $1 billion. We called both our families immediately and they all rejoiced with us. Uju's mom, Mommy Florence, came to stay with us during the delivery. My own mom was supposed to come, but she had typhoid at the time. I didn't mind. Mommy Florence had always been supportive. She loved me like her own child. I even called her mommy without thinking twice. We were one big happy family. After 3 months, Uju quit her job and I had to set up a fashion business for her. She was tired of staying at home and wanted to start going to her shop. I agreed. She told me she needed it for her mental and emotional health. Because I had built my business well and I had boys who ran the shop, I didn't need to leave for work as early as my wife. It gave me time to be with my baby and even help with early morning feeding. That's when everything changed. That first morning alone with my mother-in-law, I noticed something strange. Mommy Florence came out of her room wearing a tight red mini dress, the kind of thing my wife wouldn't even wear inside, let alone outside. I looked twice. Was this the same woman that used to tie a wrapper and scarf around the house? She smiled at me. "Good morning, my son." I smiled back, but something was off. I didn't want to believe what I was seeing. The next day, it got worse. I'm in the sitting room going through my business documents when she appears again. "I came to check on you. You've been working so hard and I wanted to make sure you are okay," she said. "Check on me, Ke. Am I a baby? I know I'm good looking, but not money good looking now. See me see trouble though." I smiled politely. "Thank you, ma. I'm fine. How is my baby?" "She's sleeping," she replied and walked past me slowly, her hips moving in a way that made me uncomfortable. I removed my face and brushed it off. But by the first day, this woman wore a see-through top with no bra. She bent in front of me to pick up a spoon she had dropped intentionally. I started avoiding her. I would sit in the parlor and she would come and sit beside me too close, smelling like cheap temptation. One morning, Uju had just gone to her shop. I was sitting on the dining table, trying to finish my breakfast in peace. Mommy walked in, wearing a satin robe, nothing underneath. I stood up immediately. "I'm done eating." She caught my hand. I froze. "Tony," she whispered. "Hey, Wahala. Don't pretend you haven't noticed me. I've been trying to get your attention. You are a fine man, and I know you see me." I pulled my hand gently, respectfully. "Ma, I don't know what you are talking about," I replied. She looked me in the eye and said, "I want you. I know you want me to." "Jesu!" I screamed. All I could see was my wife's face, her smile, her loyalty. This woman has lost her mind completely. How can she think I would betray Uju like this after everything we've built together? I shook my head and walked away, not because I wasn't angry, but because slapping her would have been disrespecting the woman who gave me my wife. That evening, I told Uju, "I think it's time Mommy went home." She frowned. "Why now? She's helping me. What's the rush?" I told her gently, "I just feel it's time we start building our home by ourselves, just us." She disagreed. "Tony, my mother is of great help to me. She takes care of the baby while I'm at the shop. How will I get a replacement? And besides, she enjoys being here with her granddaughter. We can manage Uju. We can get a nanny or..." The answer is no. Her voice is firm. From that day, my house stopped feeling like home. I started leaving the house before Uju and coming back late. If I finished work early, I would stay with Uju in her shop until she closed. Sometimes I will be away for days while lying to my wife that it was a business trick. But the truth was simple. I was escaping my own house. After a week of staying away, I gave Uju an ultimatum. "Tell your mother to leave before I get back, but I'm staying away as long as she remains in our house." She said I was being unfair and unreasonable. 2 more weeks passed, then 3. I had been staying in a hotel, running my business from there, while my heart breaks a little more each day. I miss my wife and my baby. Then one day, a text came in. She has left. I screamed, "Hallelujah." I packed like someone that was just released from prison. Uju meets me at the door and I carry her into my arms like we were acting Nigerian film. I kissed her and my child. Everything looked normal again, but Uju kept asking, "Why did you really want my mom to leave?" My answer is always the same. "I thought it was time for us to build our family ourselves," I said. Because no matter what Mommy Florence did, I couldn't be the reason my wife disrespects her own mother. Some secrets are better buried. A year later, Uju got pregnant pregnant again, and we were discussing who should come help when the baby arrives. Maybe my mother can come again, she suggests casually while we were having dinner. I nearly choked on my rice. No, I said, more forcefully than I intended. But Tony, she was such a great help. My mother will come instead, or someone else. I quickly caught her. Uju stares at me for a long time and I see confusion, but I don't care. What did she do to you? She whispers. I reach across the table and take her hand in mine. Nothing, my love. Absolutely nothing. Let's just try someone for my family, I responded softly. She gently removed her hand and left the dinner table. Uju has not been speaking to me for weeks because of this matter. Should I tell my wife the truth or let my mother-in-law come and stay with us? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you had a story to tell, send a DM or click the link in my bio. We would love to share your story. And remember, it is anonymous. Your identity will never be revealed. Bye.